Still on the dungeon map? No, no, we're not. No, we're not. No.
The overland.
Okay, let me
Well, I may have
put you
to
outside.
switch over mics at some point. That's okay. The other one's just as good.
Are we live?
Oh, I see it. It's coming now.
Oh, yeah, right.
It says this video is unavailable. Error number 5,000.
Yeah,
What?
that's one more than $4.99.
I'm watching it.
Error number
$49.99.
5,000.
Oh, you just have darkness.
And now here it is. All right. Hey, we are on the internet. I am Richard, and we are playing Dungeons and Dragons. This is a Humblewood campaign, and we've just begun an arc called Return of the Winter King. During which the first few adventures will have nothing to do with the Winter King, but we have to wrap up some stuff.
Yeah, we're in the Autumn Prince.
Last week, I found somebody on Reddit who made some music for their home Humblewood campaign, and I asked them for permission to use it in our game tonight, and they said yes, as long as I give credit. So the person's name is Penoink, Pnnoink, and it's on Bandcamp. I think we have it on the right on the screen towards the bottom there, where it says right below the Open Shutter Hobbies logo, and I'll put it in the chat as well. So I like the music, and so guys, if you don't like the music, keep it to yourself until after the stream is over. I don't know how well Penoink takes criticism, but I really like it. It kind of reminds me of like a Joe Hisaichi. Is the composer for all of the Miyazaki films. It's really nice, and it's I think it's structured to follow the structure of the campaign that comes with the Humblewood book. So I think it's very interesting. All right, so I was gonna say, is Nico taking off her clothes? No, hopefully she's not. That's good. Twitch.
No,
Twitch.
she's not. Melissa, you can come in.
Twitch doesn't like it when people. Yeah. You okay there? Are you okay there, Nico? Oh. Okay, so why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves, and then we can begin. Nico, go first. He is. Go ahead. So that's right. Kathy's not there. Kathy will not be joining us tonight, unfortunately. Doug, go ahead.
Sure, I'm Horatio Bramblewood. I'm a hedge, which is a hedgehog, and I'm a warlock. I've got a friend who gives me like dark mystical secrets that allow me to do horrible things.
Good for you. Etienne, go ahead.
Hello, I am Per Drix. I am a cleric of Ardea. I see a. Okay, yes, and I am a grouse, or a forest chicken.
Were you raised in a partridge family?
Yeah, raised in it. Yeah.
Nice.
No. I grew up in a pear tree. And suddenly everybody would come around around winter solstice and pick one of my brother out, and just like he would never come back. Don't know why. Flaming turkey wings.
Your Cornish cousins were also very popular around the solstice.
Oh my god. No, perdrix in French is actually a grouse. Perdrix. That's the term.
Perdrix is French for partridge. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm like I say, I'm a cleric of Ardea. Tend to be bluntly honest and not afraid to face up to the consequences of his act. Even to it's not even confessing. If you've done it, it's not a confession. It's something you assume. That's it.
I like how everybody always just plays themselves in D&D games.
Yeah.
Frank, go ahead. Tell us about your character.
Jesus
gosh.
Christ!
Did I skip Frank? No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. But going to Frank right after everybody plays themselves in D&D, it's kind of
Frank
like,
is
really?
the pantsless character. Frank, do not stand up.
How we all Zoom these days, anyway. So,
yeah.
so
Without
I'm
pants
playing Charles G. Bag Swipper from a long line of bag swippers. I'm a bard, and I'm really good with puppets. I like to put on a big show and have a lot of fun. And I'll play my bagpipes, and I don't wear pants. That's right, because that's blasphemous. Nobody wears pants.
Most folk do not wear pants, in fact. Indeed.
That's right.
Yes. So once again, I will say that the music tonight is provided by Pinoink, bandcamp.com/Pinoink. And actually, I'm going to put it into the thing right now before I forget. How do I do this? Yes, just 2 seconds. I will try to find the chat. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. Okay. And I hope this generates some sales for Pinoink. I think it's pretty cool. I need to find this. Pinoink. There you go. All right, so let us talk about things. Things indeed.
Flatter le bedon. Flatter le bedon. Flatter le bedon.
Etienne is rubbing his puppy. Which is
Horatio, what's with all the dots?
Oh, I was pushing the Zoom roll off the chat.
Oh, okay. I don't even think it's up there though.
Oh, I have no idea. Oh, okay.
We have learned.
Okay, so a recap of the last episode. So for the past 3 episodes, you have all of your characters were kind of teleported or brought into this strange village in the north of the Humblewood, called oh god, what's it called?
Is it my light that causes an issue?
If there's not enough light, you can't focus.
No, I have this. Like, the Zoom has trouble with me. I always go out of focus.
No, I don't know.
But I think
hang
it
on.
might be my.
I'm forgetting the name of the town now. It's Burrowwood is the name of the town. It's a very small town. It has a creek and a lake. And you all woke up in the inn called the Tarnished Tankard, where the different characters came from different places. We were combining 2 parties. And you are faced with a mystery. A traveling salesman was murdered. Strange things were going on. People were getting sick. Nobody had yet fireballed a house until you guys arrived. And so it seemed that the nearby forest, which is the Neblina Forest, that was introduced in our previous mini campaign called Harper's Tale by Saturday Morning Scenarios, the Neblina Forest reached out and brought you all here to defend it against something that was attacking it. And it turns out that there was a traveling snake oil salesman called Professor Pyrite, a Vulpin, and he was partnered with a hag named Nellie Nightwing, Night Hag, and they were sort of slowly. He was selling this elixir that presumably did nothing. It was basically sugar water, but it had an ingredient in it that caused people to dream. And then Nellie the Night Hag was going in and was going to, turn the whole town into zombies or whatever it is night hags do. But you guys stopped all of that. Pretty much, that's pretty much it. Nellie the Night Hag escaped, and you didn't find her when you went into the underground lair where you found Professor Pyrite. You guys came very close to getting killed. Pyrite was a powerful wizard. After his cone of cold, one party member had 1 hit point left, and from there, things could only get better, and they did. So, after you emerged from the dungeon, having been victorious, I can tell you that you probably want to take a nice long rest. And so I'm just going to narrate what happens when you take your long rest. So the villagers are kind of happy that you came out. A lot of them didn't see that bad things were happening. They did notice, however, that you blew up the lake house with a fireball spell and caused the village to have to muster a bucket brigade to stop the fire from burning down, the forest from burning down. But and they noticed that you murdered the guy, the snake oil salesman guy that a lot of people really liked. And so and then you drove some kind of a weird monster out of the dungeon and into the creek. So there is that. But then they kind of trust the forest. Things like this tend to happen. Of a warm spring night, you go back to the tarnished tankard, and you're thinking about this the next step of your journey. You all seemed interested in going in, checking out this glass bauble that you had found, which was basically a little snow globe that had a little mountain valley depicted inside, with like a little house with an observatory and a beautiful grounds.
Did we go up level last time?
No, you're 5th level.
Okay.
Because you had just gotten to 5th level just before this adventure.
Yeah,
so,
I remember. Yeah.
But we leveled up Dew and Alva so that they are now 5th level as well. So that they're not getting hit by, 10d8 or whatever massive damage with their 3rd level characters.
Yeah.
Anyway, so examining. So if you remember, there's a few things that I had forgotten about the previous campaign as well. Is that there's always like a drip of pink oozy water coming out of that glass bottle. So you're probably keeping it like in a bag of holding so that it won't, because there's quite a lot that comes out.
Actually, it would be a bag of Ziploc.
Yeah. So when you open the bag of holding, it's just full of this pink ooze. It's really nasty. Because if you recall, the pink ooze in the creek that you were going up before was causing all kinds of weird mutations and creatures to be turned into monsters and things like that. So
but that pink ooze didn't come from the snow globe, did it?
It did.
The pink
you might not have realized it at the time, because when you found it in the dragon's treasure, it was all melted. Like the ooze was coming out of the dragon's cave.
Yeah.
And so it turns out that the ooze coming out of the dragon's cave is actually coming out of this globe.
Good Lord!
Like a little valve on the bottom, and it's just coming out. It's just So
is it like stew coming out of a pipe?
A pipe.
It's a bit of a less of a drip than that, but yeah, it's kind of like a coolant fluid. It's kind of like if there's like a coolant leak and the stuff's just coming out. It's gross.
So you're saying it's like my wife's car a while back?
Oh, she has a British automobile.
No.
You ever go to the museum of the Air Museum in Ottawa, where they have the Lancaster has been leaking oil for 50 years.
Hands of kitty litter underneath them. Yeah,
They still have the kitty litter under the engines because they're still leaking oil. You can't get all the oil out of them.
Well, they're designed to leak oil.
Yeah, some of them. Yeah.
Everything British is designed to leak oil, apparently.
because they cannot have the tolerances, so they have to have the metal grow to do fits. Otherwise, the engine would seize up under heat.
Thank you for explaining that to us, my friend. All right, so we are now. So I'm going to just so after all of these adventures, you ended up back at the Tarnished Tankard. Everyone's kind of subdued. They're kind of glad that you came and did what you were supposed to do, but they're kind of like, did you have to kill Professor Pyrite? He's a nice fella, that one.
This seems like a good opportunity for me to resummon Riesling.
Oh, sure.
I'm gonna plug myself down on the lawn, draw like a pentagram, light my brazier, and then just say the magical words that sound super evil or whatever, and bring Riesling back. Pop.
Yeah, so he reappears. He was killed by that booby trap, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, like a glyph of warding that did lightning damage. So he was like, he's like, I hate it when I get killed. Yeah.
Fried by lightning.
Yuck. He's kind of like trying to shake it off.
Glad to have you back, Riesling.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you survived too, man. He gives you a little tiny fist bump.
It's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Wow, I think you're closer pals. This is really good.
It's like get carried away, man. He disappears. Well, he becomes invisible.
Yeah, understandable. I'll clean up.
Yeah.
I'll clean up the pentagram.
Yeah. So, so the sheriff, informs you that he has imprisoned Lutho Fairhole because he was the one who. He was the one who was dealing with Professor Pyrite.
Yeah.
And apparently, Lutho was selling him ingredients to make the elixir. He was renting his home to Nellie Nightwing. The sheriff doesn't have a prison though, so he's not sure what am I going to do with Lutho.
Put him in the stocks, and then we can all throw things at him.
Doesn't seem very nice, Like, I mean, he's I don't know.
Isn't that what we do?
Anyway,
Well,
so I got him under house arrest for now, and he says he'll stay in there, but I just don't know what we're gonna do. Anyway, Doc Beyonce Toscobble, she's awful glad that you folk have helped. And would appreciate it if you all could come back tomorrow when you've got your spells back, so you could maybe help the few people remaining that are still sick. There's still like 5 or 6 people in her doctor's office that are still sick from eating the bad fish.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. I'll memorize a couple of restorations.
Yeah. The sheriff says.
Poison.
The sheriff says, by the way, Alva has left. She's gone into the forest. He says, "You're the that young lady that told us about the monster in the cave, the trash monster. I guess she was right. Some kids were fishing by the fishing hole, and up come this monster, and then it just kind of swam down the creek into the lake. So hopefully that'll be the end of that monster.
It's gonna be okay."
They said it was dragging a big leg of looked like a big leg of a spider, a lobster or something, like a big feathery blue leg that it was dragging.
Yeah,
and off it went. So there's that. Yeah. All right. So unless you have anything else you want to do before nightfall,
nope.
We will pass to what happens before the next day. So you all go to bed, and you all sleep, and during the next night, you all dream. You are all together in a dark, dark place. Hang on, let me change the music up, man. Can you all hear the music? Is it great?
You can hear the music.
Okay. So you all dream. You are all together in a dark place. Even Horatio can't see much beyond a dim radius.
Oh, that's weird.
But a big yellow eye opens, huge in the sky. And you hear a voice. It's the voice of Nellie Nightwing. She says, "And now, little ones, you will pay." The eye grows larger and larger and larger. You all feel like you can't do anything. You can't move. You can't defend yourselves. You are in the realm of the Night Hag now. And then something like the eye gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then suddenly something passes in front of it, and there is a scream and a cackle, and the sound of a crow kind of going, and then you hear the clink of metal on metal, like an iron gate slamming shut, and then your dreams become pleasant, and you sleep.
She just left.
Night hags can go ethereal. Night hags can go ethereal at will, and so when she was down to like less than half hit points, and she knew you were going to kill her, she just left. Night hags are pretty hard to kill. So we're gonna do a week of downtime. I think you guys need some time to get used to to just rest and take it easy and get to know each other. But I'll tell you one thing though. The next morning, you guys are all having breakfast, and there's like word that comes from the other end of town. A bunch of kids come running up, and they're like, "The 3 ladies are here! The 3 ladies are here!" And sure enough, you see 3 Corvum ladies come walking out of the forest, walking towards where you are at the Tarnished Tankard. You're kind of like having your breakfast in the common room. They just walk out of the forest. There's a round one with yellow eyes. There's a tall, thin one with green eyes, and there's a short one with one red eye. So these are all Black Crow women. Who's Duff? You don't know who Duff is. So the villagers kind of like welcome them reverently. They seem to know who these women are. And so they welcome them with reverence. They're kind of like whispering, and word gets around, and the whole village comes out. Oleander Ashworth, the mouse lady who runs this place, quickly sets up a table outside, like under an awning, and with full of food and drink. And then the old ladies just kind of like cross over the bridge, and they're talking to the people, and they seem to know the people, and they take their places at the table.
Like they're holding court.
Well, that's right. They're just kind of sit at the table, and they're like talking, and there's and then they're eating food and stuff like that. And so what do you do? Like, you don't know who these people are. They look. I mean, I don't need to tell you. These look very haggish to you, to all of you.
Sure. I'm gonna kind of hang around outside. On there's sort of a gaggle of people around them, right? So I think I'd like to hang around on the outskirts of the gaggle of people, eavesdropping on whatever's going on.
All right.
I'm gonna take my Lord Redbeak puppet, and I'm gonna actually start painting it black so that I can maybe do a puppet show later of this.
Yes.
What is the grouse doing?
Trying to figure out how to turn off his AC.
Your AC? What?
I'm trying to figure out how to turn off the air conditioning in the room. I'm cold.
Is it too cold?
Yeah.
What a bummer.
Yeah.
Gotta put on a sweater, man. Don't touch the thermostat. Jesus. Yeah.
We're gonna get a real puppet show from Frank.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oh no.
Yeah. So the three old Corvum ladies are sitting there, and they're just like holding court, and they say, actually one of them, the tall one, that has green eyes, looks across the gaggle of people and sees Horatio. And she kind of smiles, and she's looking past you, kind of like Return of the Jedi when she's looking like you're like Luke Skywalker, and then behind you is like Ben Kenobi's Force Ghost. She's looking past Horatio as if there's somebody standing behind you, and she kind of like calls you over, and so the crowd kind of goes silent.
I do kind of the what me thing, and then I kind of slowly edge my way towards it.
Yeah, she says, "Yes, child, you."
So I'll edge up to the cautiously up to the table and say, so do you want to talk to me?
Well, yes. Why don't you pull up a chair, have some food? There's always so much food. We don't like people food very much.
Oh, sure. Well, actually, in that case, I like eating. So I'll pull up a chair and I'll plunk myself down and I'll start.
Yeah, there's a big bowl of like deep fried beetles. Yeah.
Oh man, it's the best. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
So again, the hags are kind of like looking at you, and they seem to be like looking past you, and then they're talking, and then they're like, well, there's one that we haven't seen in a long time. Hey, oh boy, sometimes the prodigal son returns. Isn't that just wonderful? And it seems like they're talking about Alar.
I keep on looking over my shoulder, like what?
Yeah, you can't hear him, but well, you look over your shoulder, and there's Riesling. He's invisible, but you can see him.
Yeah,
he's like, hey, don't look at me, man.
Did they appear to be looking at Riesling?
No, they're looking past him.
Okay.
And so the hags, are kind of like, so tell us about your friend. This time they're looking at you.
Oh, my good friend, I say, eyebrows raised.
Yes, yes, your good friend.
Oh, the good friend. Oh well, yeah. It's I met. It's amazing, about my good friend. I rescued my good friend a couple of years ago. In alongside the river, and we've been best pals ever since. And I think we've got a really good relationship.
Has
I
he
help
been
my
has he
friend out.
has he been staying on the straight and narrow? Would you say?
I seems like a good guy. I think he's helpful, and I think we've got a good thing going here. So sure, yeah, I got no complaints.
Yeah, the one with one eye. She has one red eye. She seems angry all the time. She's kind of like, well, he's not much of a judge of character, but seems to have his
That
heart in the right place. Yeah. In the middle
that's
of his chest. Ha ha ha.
yeah, it's totally true.
Uh huh. Um. Yeah. So they say, well, your friend is our friend also.
Oh, that's awesome. So I've got a new
Yes,
friend.
yes, yes. We've known him for a long time. He used to be a lot bigger.
Man, I just totally let down my guard now. This is great. I like having new friends.
Yes, yes, of course. Um, what do you think of us? As far as
Uh,
you know, hags are evil and they're really bad, and these seem to be night hags, which like invade your dreams and kill you and turn you into their slaves. And
yeah, sure. Yeah, no, I was, I gotta be honest here. I was kind of intimidated at first, but seeing as you're friends with my friend, then that makes us all friends, and I'm feeling a whole lot better about this now. So this is great.
um, um, yeah, she the one with the red eye. Um, she says, because you're such a good friend of our friend, and because you did such a good job protecting the forest from the Nightjar lady. Her name was not Nightwing; it was Nightjar.
Okay.
Um, we would like to offer you a gift, but you
Oh,
must
no.
accept the gift.
Yeah, okay, I got a little cautious about this.
The crowd, there's like a whole crowd around, and they're all like, "Ooh, gifts from the
Mr.
three ladies."
Hags, like, okay. So I sort of say, cautiously, okay.
Um,
What's the gift? I say, hesitatingly.
so Auntie Orchid, the one that has three yellow eyes, the portlier one of the three, she takes a bit. She eats like a candied chipmunk or something, and she says, well, just lean forward, then lean forward, just lean
Okay.
forward over the table.
I lean forward cautiously.
And so she pecks you right in the forehead, right in the middle of your forehead.
Oh
Like,
God!
she pecks you hard with her beak. You feel like she's she's done like the COVID thing right into your brain. Pow!
Okay.
You're sure that you're bleeding, but when you put your hand there, you're not bleeding.
Oh, okay. My paw.
Yeah.
Does he have a hole in his forehead though?
Yeah, that's right. Does it go into my skull? I probe.
It does not. It does not. Hang on. I just need to find the thing that I wrote here. Where is it's the. Hang on. Oh shit! No, that was one for Perdrix. Okay. Yeah. So she pecked you.
So now you
Sorry.
have
Oh fuck.
you have a snake in you, and we have to find the improbable blade.
I'm really sorry. No, so yeah, so Auntie Orchid leans forward and she blows in your face.
Oh,
And,
that's way better.
yeah, yeah. Um,
And
so
suddenly
basically,
go ahead.
she gives you the ability to whenever you use a short whenever you're taking a short rest, you can swap out one of your eldritch invocations for one from the Pact of the Tome, because you're from the Pact of the Chain, right?
Yes.
So anytime you want to, you can swap out one of your existing ones for a pact for one that's from the Pact of the Tome, and it'll revert next time you take a short rest or a long rest.
Oh, okay. So
So it gives you more. So if you ever need to use something that's from that pact,
So an Eldritch invocation.
Yeah.
From the Pact of the Tome. So an Eldritch invocation that requires you to be of the Pact of the Tome.
That's right.
Okay, gotcha.
So I don't even know what they are, but there you go.
That's cool. So I got a boon from what was the name of the hag?
It was Auntie Orchid. She was the round of body and with 3 yellow eyes. The round of body.
So okay, so once per short rest, you said?
Well, anytime you take a short rest, you can
Okay.
it's like attuning. You can attune yourself and swap out one of your Eldritch invocations for one that requires you to be If that turns out to be a lemon, oh well. It's too sucks to be you, man. Hags are the worst. So yeah, so you kind of lean back and you realize, oh, that's very interesting. And so these 3 hags say, we are not. Many years ago, we found a different way, and so we've decided to stay in our forest and protect it. Okay. And many heroes have come and gone, and the last hero passed away not long ago, and so now we must look to find new heroes.
Wow.
Yeah, so the tall one with green eyes says, "Yes, Black Mouse. Why don't you come forward? You seem to already be. You're like right behind. Says she says, why don't you take your place at the table and speak to us?"
Oh gosh.
Well, it's not at the table; it's on the table. First of all.
I got one more. I got one more question. So it's it's only the Eldritch invocations that are for the Book of the Tome. So not just our Pact of the Tome. Not any Eldritch invocation. Just those ones.
That's right. Does that seem to be? Pretty sure there should be a bunch.
I have no idea. I've never looked at the Eldritch invocations for the Book of the Tome before. So the Pact of the Tome. I will have a look. Report back. Anyway, thanks very much. Can I take this bowl of beetles I haven't finished?
Oh yes. I don't know. I wasn't really looking at the stats when I wrote this, so if it turns out to be a lemon, let me know and we'll figure something out.
No, it's probably going to be like obscenely overpowered.
No, there are lots of Eldritch invocations that you can choose that require you to be from a certain pact. So
it may be that many of these Pact of the Tome Eldritch invocations pertain to the book that the warlock gets.
Yeah, so this would be as if you had the book or whatever. They give you that.
I don't have a book, so.
Yeah, just as it would be as if you have the book. They give you the ability to as if you had the book.
All right, I will have a look. Thanks.
That's right. That's because Do had that was a book. Yeah, not Do Duff. Do Duff. Do Duff. Do.
That started to sound like a police song. Do duff.
Yeah. So the tall one says, "Come closer, Fey touched." Yes, the Black Mouse. You are the Black Mouse. Where is the tiara? Oh yeah. Oh, we have stories. Where is the tiara right now? Where does Do keep the tiara? So they say, yeah, the one with the red eye, the one with only one red eye, kind of leans over the table and stares very closely at your bagpipes. She says, if I had one of those, I wouldn't just leave it lying around. I can imagine. Well, it holds great fairy power, and only a fool would take it lightly. Clearly. How? So we have stories, but I'll bet you have a story. How did you get that? How did you get that tiara? like one of them is staring at you very intently. She says, I can't read you. You're a Kiji one. You are. I can tell that you're very sad. The one with the red eye says, well, would you let me lay some cards down in front of you? They will show you. They will show you what you need to know. No, future is always in motion. All right. All right, so she pulls out like an old deck of bicycle cards, like this really old dog-eared poker cards, you know, like just the opposite of a really nice set of tarot cards, you know, with the gold. Yeah, the marked cards, you know, and she's like, you know, she's doing card trick, and she'll do the cards. She'll lay the cards out. I will roll for her. I'm gonna roll with advantage once, twice. Wow, that's pretty shitty. She's like, ooh. She kind of deals the cards out, you know, the 9 of cups and all this, you know, the hocus pocus shit. She says, yeah, you saved the Niblina, and so I can give you the gift of knowledge. She says, see this card here, and it's like, you know, the king of diamonds, and you know, and she's like, and then she looks at this other card, you know, it's the Queen of Frost, you know, and she says, what is your lover's name? I think her name is not really Bonnie, but the cards tell me that your Bonnie is with the Winter Monarch in a place far out of reach. I fear that you could never travel there, but don't worry. Winter is coming, and sooner than you think. You best ask this question, boy. Why is she there? What did you do? And then Auntie Xenia kind of like elbows her and says, I think it was a mercy killing. Ha ha ha! You're not sure if they're thinking about like what if they're thinking about how you got the tiara or what, but yeah, so oh boy, I think she's gonna come to you. So Auntie Orchid says, all right, that's enough. That's enough of their stupid card tricks. Auntie Orchid pulls a little bag out of her larger sack, and she gives you a small bag that seemed to have seeds inside of it. And she says, these are Emmeline flowers from the Crest Mountains. They bring the spring, so they say. Nice way to start the planting season, eh? Everything is intentional. Yeah, so she hands you like a little bag of flower seeds. Yeah.
See, this is the
What do flower seeds do? You plant them and they grow. Well, they grow into Emmeline flowers. It's a little white flower that has 5 petals. Hello.
Hello. That one's delayed.
If you remember, the Emmeline flower was the flower that you that was growing on Emmeline's grave earlier. Well, you should plant them whenever the time is right, I guess. There's no. I'm just giving you a nice gift, dearie. And so Auntie Zinnia, the third auntie, says, "I will give you a gift as well." So many gifts for such a small one. She pulls out of her bodice. She pulls out this she pulls on a string, and at the end of a string there is a yellow corvum's eye, and it's blinking. And she kind of like holds it out to you, and the eye is like looking at you, and it's blinking. She says, "Care for this well, boy. It is the eye of a hag that you met recently. Once per day, you can hold it up, and it will reveal to you things unseen by mortal eyes." So basically, it's a
dungeon roll hack.
No, once per day, it basically gives you the ability to see secret doors and traps for up to 10 minutes. You have to use. It's a concentration thing. It works a bit like detect magic. Yeah, except this one, well, it functions similarly to detect magic. You have to concentrate. You can see up to a certain distance, but in this case, it will reveal secret doors and traps. Oh, sure. The eyeball is just like, yeah. So, well.
No, put it under the tiara. Tiara shrinks down to it, and then so you have an eyeball wearing a tiara, which would be kind of cool.
So what? There's a little boy who says, "Hey, Auntie Zinnia, what? There was a bear with you when you came out of the forest. What? Can we go see the bear? It's a big white bear." And Auntie Zinnia says, "No, you should leave the bear alone. The bear is just learning how to be a bear." What?
Charles is fondling his little head.
All right, so the hags kind of like, they're like, "Well, we're starting to get tired. Who else was a hero that saved this town? Why don't you step forward?"
I push Charles ahead.
Charles stumbles into the clearing.
Oh gosh. Okay, I put my Darbine head in my pocket.
You were like using your Darbine head to look over the crowd, you know?
I was just I was gonna let it float around and check out things. Gosh. I still have my bagpipe under my arm because I was getting it ready. Did you want me to play you a song?
Please, we love songs.
Oh, excellent. So I fill up the billows and get ready to do some bagpiping. You want me to do a performance check?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. Here we go.
Holy shit.
Why does he have advantage?
Fire comes out of this thing.
Well, even if you didn't have advantage, you still use the first number. Yeah. So you're doing like the doof warrior. Flames shoot out of your bagpipes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you play Waltzing Matilda or some such amazing piece of bagpipe music, and the ladies are.
Oh, I play Metal on Metal by Anvil, actually. So.
Well, they are quite impressed.
Okay.
I don't have any Metal on Metal Anvil music. No. I could.
Bagpipes.
Hang on here. Nope. It's just mostly accordion music right now. So so the old ladies are like, well, that's very nice. That's very nice. The little birdie tells us that you have a nice wagon.
Oh man, I have a great wagon. Yes. It just came into my possession. I used to have such a wonderful wagon. I used to do my puppet shows there. Oh, it was the best. It was the best. This one's going to be even better.
All right. So Auntie Zinnia pulls a. She reaches into one of her pockets and she pulls out a mole, but it's like a regular sized mole. Like a carbuncle. Yeah, carbuncle. No, a mole, like a little creature that digs in the ground.
Akin to hedgehogs.
And she says, you're gonna need a couple of moles to pull that wagon, and I think you only got one.
Oh, that's true. We just have one. That one's kind of small, though.
Yeah. So why don't you take this mole?
Plant it in the ground. It'll grow.
And well, you just whenever you need him to pull your wagon, you just put him in the traces, and he'll be the right size to pull your wagon.
Oh, nice.
Oh, honey, you're already right sized. What would your Bonnie say if you weren't the right size? No. No. Nope. We're not going to go there. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So and so they and so one of the aunties says, "What's that? Were you doing puppets while you were playing, or were you just playing? Like, were you one-man banding puppets while you're playing and stuff?" And
oh yeah, I'm here to entertain. Isn't that what you wanted? Some entertainment?
yeah. So Auntie Orchid says, "Look, Zinnia, I think it's you." You know, and Zinnia says, "Oh, it is a blessing and a curse to always be represented in puppets." And so we wish you luck. We wish you luck in your puppetry, my friend.
So I actually write Zinnia on the on one of the sides of it, because it's got Lord Redbeak on one side.
Yeah, so Auntie Zinnia is the one that has one red eye.
Oh, nice. Oh, I can actually accommodate.
Well, when you look at the puppet, you notice that it's only got one red eye now. So your wagon, the ladies say we're in the way of knowing that your wagon is kind of special. So up to 4 people can take a long rest inside the wagon at the same time, and these people only need 4 hours of rest to gain the benefits of the long rest.
Oh wow!
So four people. So not everybody can fit in there, but.
Is there a GM handout for that?
No, I haven't. I will though.
Okay,
in fact,
yeah, that's easy. Otherwise, I'll.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it after because I don't want to stop.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't want to stop.
But long rest, I like it.
So you look. Perdri, you're kind of like hanging out in the back. You don't want to. You just. There's actually a weird. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Sure. Oh, well, it's 10. No.
Yep. Well, I don't know. Yeah, your wisdom save is +8. Holy shit.
Roll 2.
Yep.
Win
yeah.
some, lose some.
So you don't trust these hags. These are not good, and they're all bad. And you find that your hand is on the ledger. Do you remember the ledger?
Yeah, the hag ledger.
That's right.
The swamp hag ledger.
And so the one with the red eye, the one red eye, kind of like looks at you in a piercing way, and she says, "You, ground bird, come here." And the
I
crowd
come.
kind of like parts, and you're like standing there, and you got your hand inside your bag, touching the ledger.
I walk up.
You don't like me, do you? This is the
No,
short,
ma'am, I
angry
don't.
one with the red eye. She says, "Well, I don't like you either.
That's good. Feelings mutual.
Do we want to play a game?" If you
Why would I?
well,
Why would I?
ask me a question, and I will tell you the truth, and then I will ask you a question, and you have to tell me the truth. I think hags are awesome.
Well,
Ask me
what,
anything.
why would I? Why would I even need to ask a question?
Is that your question? I can answer it truthfully. I'll give you another chance.
No, I think that's a good question.
So why would you need to ask a question? Well, it's because it's because I want to be able to ask you a question and have you tell me the truth. That's why I'm telling you to ask me a question.
So in this situation here, you're out a beggar.
Yes.
I don't need anything from you, but
Give
you
me
seem
another-
to need. You
Give
seem
me
to
another
need
wisdom
something from
save.
me.
Give me another wisdom save. You're gonna give him bardic inspiration. All right. How does
So
that? What does that look like?
yes,
All right.
Cyrano.
All right. So you have it. Is it an extra D6? Is it an extra D6 or a D8 at fifth level? Oh, it increases. You are fifth level. Yeah, yeah.
So it's wisdom check. Okay, plus D8.
Yep. And you
Okay.
got good wisdom saves. 20,
Yeah.
20 plus. Wow.
Yeah. Tabarnak, Etienne. So that's 28.
The compass is pointing towards. It's pointing towards. Well, whoever has the glass ball. That's who it's pointing to.
Is that a compass that we use for the chicken?
Yeah.
Okay, that was that. Like,
No, hang on.
again,
No. What was the?
It was
No,
the compass we used for the frog.
the frog, the hag, the first hag we mauled. The
Oh
second hag.
yeah. Sorry, I thought that was the compass that pointed towards the observatory. No.
Oh.
Okay. Well,
That's
who
when
does
we
that
went
point
up.
to?
It used to point to the hag that was in cahoot with the chicken. Remember we tied him up?
Yeah. Purple
Yeah.
Polly. But does it just point to any hag or just to the hag that it's attuned to?
Well, I don't know.
But I thought that thing
haven't
started
used it a lot.
working differently after you killed Purple Polly.
And I'm not
We
sure what
didn't
it
kill
did.
Purple Polly. We didn't kill the chicken.
No. The chicken was Foghorn Leghorn. You didn't kill him, but you killed Purple Polly the hag.
No, Purple Polly fled. One of them fled. Remember, it went into the river and then it kept on pointing to the river.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of them
and
fled.
Yeah.
That was like 8 months ago. Anyway, we'll have to get back to that. I can't remember. I don't know where the compass is pointing to. But anyway, so Etienne, you roll a 28 wisdom save. So the hag is like, "Well, that's dirty pool. We entered into a contract, you and I. I answered your question." And so she says, "What have you got in your hand, bird?" And so she's standing up now, and the whole crowd is just like, "Oh." You know she means the ledger.
I know. It have seemed to have piqued your interest. Is it because my hand is in the pocket that you're intrigued, or you actually know what's in the pocket? Because I can take the hand out. Are you still intrigued?
Monty Orchid, the one with the 3 yellow eyes, says, "We can see one when he's being ridden by a hag. We would help you if you want, but I don't think you want our help."
At this point, I don't think I want any your help.
All we can say is that we are enemies of the hags that live outside of the Niblina forest. Nellie Nightwing tried to get her way back in, and, well, we took care of her.
But why would okay? Yeah, now you've piqued my interest. I do have a question. So let's even the odds. Why did Nellie want to come back?
Well, the Niblina forest is a rich prize. It's
So
something that we have vowed to protect, and so Nellie Nightwing was trying to come back home, and we didn't want her.
So the hags do come from Niblina forest.
Unfortunately.
The Niblina forest?
Nellie Nightwing? No, Nellie Nightwing is not going to be able to kill you anymore. The yellow eye that's behind your tiara blinks.
So is this the famous risk why the Niblina forest needs heroes? Is to basically keep the children at bay. Is there a pool of old hags towards the Niblina forest?
What is in your hand? Your hand is still in the ledger.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will grant you that. It was within an encounter of one of your kind.
Not one of our kind, I think, but...
Well, a family of hags, a witch. A rose by a name.
Are we in that book?
Fuck, I don't even remember. I don't...
Your hand... So when she asks that question, your hand comes off the book. And you have to will yourself to put to put your hand back on it. Like, the book does not want you to look at it.
The book does not want...
Yeah.
I don't remember. Now, it's like you said, it's 8 months ago. I don't...
Yeah.
What I do remember is it was a ledger of... Was it clones or marriage, arranged marriage?
It was a list of names of all the people who, all the
had wed into the Blackbeaks.
Well, the Blackbeaks were in there as well, but there are many names of people, and it seemed to be genealogical information.
Yeah.
All names of people who have daughters.
Yeah, something like that. Either for marriage or...
There are no sons.
And there were promissory notes also, so it had to be genealogy fixing. Promissory, and all of that. That I do remember.
Yeah. So.
But I can't remember. I can't remember if your names were in it.
So the hag says, "Look in the book right now. Maybe you'll find us." Like, the three of them get very quiet. They're all sitting there looking at you. The crowd is all very quiet too.
The book is
they've
gone.
They've never seen anything like this. What's that?
The book is gone.
What do you mean the book is gone?
It's not in my treasures anymore.
Oh, well, I mean, I know you have it. I don't know. Maybe you recopied your character, or...
No. It's the same character. No, these entries here. You had given me like the hand drawn one.
Yeah.
And it's not there anymore.
Maybe it's because I moved. Did I move to a different campaign thing? Hang on. Foghorn's Ledger.
Yeah.
Susan's Potions.
Wait a minute. Is that no?
Well, there is a thing called Information from the Hags.
There we go. Got it. Sorry.
Yeah, so this is just like one page that talks about the.
I remember. Yeah, you had me reading it every day, kind of doing wisdom checks on it because it was kind of sucking me in.
That's right. So I had kind of forgotten about that, but it's okay. It's only been 3 sessions since we came back. Yeah. So.
So what are the names of the 3 hags?
So you realize the book is organized by towns.
So
Are you going to take the book out and look through it?
You know what? Plot demands it. Plot will have it. Choo choo. Might as well. You seem to be quite interested by this. Do not consider this as acknowledgement of trust, because there is none. But you have piqued my interest again.
Yeah, so if you pull out the book and you kind of flip through it, the three women look at each other, and then you kind of like the book just opens to a. Well, give me another wisdom saving throw, actually, because you don't want to do this. I mean, you're the best character to have this because you have such good wisdom saving throws. So
17.
So you just like open the book, go to the page, you look for the town of Humblewood. This is the town that you're in, and like all of the towns in the Humblewood are listed in this book. Like there's Smallwood is there, and
It's the King's
Salter's
Venture.
Port and all but the Humblewood page just has a red line across it, and it says off limits. 3 aunties OAZ. That would be Orchid, Azalea, and Zinnia.
You are feared.
That's what we thought. Would you like some help dealing with that ledger? I think that ledger is giving you a bit of a hard time.
It is. I have trouble with gifts. I have trouble with help.
You have trouble with focus.
Yes.
Oh, there. Okay, so auntie, the auntie that has 3 eyes, that would be Auntie Orchid. Or Auntie Orchid says, "Lean across the table, my son."
Nope.
You know what's coming. Sorry, Richard.
Fuck, man. Make another wisdom saving throw. Why not?
There you go. There's no way I'm coming close to that.
So you resist. Okay. So they'll come to you in your dreams tonight. It'll be fine. So,
I will get this goddamn snake in you by hook or by crook.
She says, "You got blood in your eyes, Partridge. You're strong. You'll be fine.
I'm not strong.
Maybe we'll come see you later."
It will be a contest at every time.
And so the hags say, "You should put that ledger away before people get an idea about it." Like a few people are kind of looking at it covetously, you think.
And put it away.
This hag ledger. Okay, so the hags are like, "Well, I think we've spoken to all of the heroes of the town," and the sheriff is kind of like, "Yep. Thanks for coming, ladies."
I'll leave before they burn something else down.
It's only been 3 times in my life. Yeah. And the hags kind of like turn to Dew and say, "Oh, and your friend Alva, we met her. We saw her in the forest. We gave her gifts."
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, you'll see later. So there you go. So the hags kind of like get up and they leave. Oh, I'm sure you know what you're gonna be doing.
Not going to sleep, it seems.
So the hag, yeah, you're just drinking coffee, trying to stay awake, or that's when you like dream that you're awake but you're asleep.
Yeah.
The hags. Well, one of the hags says, "Well, here, darling. I guess you just want to wait for winter to come, and then maybe you'll get some action. You know what I mean? Oh, and well, I think you have to slay the fire first. Winter hadn't regularly come since the fire had been up." Well, that was the quest the other guys were on, was to go get the Borealis, which is a magic item with which to slay the aspect of fire.
Yeah, we got kind of sidetracked from that.
Yes, with another, yeah. So yeah, so the hags are like, well, there you go, dearie, and you take care of yourself. Take good care of that tiara. It's worth a lot. And they sort of hobble back into the forest. There's a huge, you kind of like a lot of the crowd follow her. Follow them to the forest, and then they come back and they're like, there's a huge white bear in the forest, just like growling and scratching trees and stuff. It seems to be all burnt down one side.
Oh, that's yeah.
But people say it's the largest grizzly bear I've ever seen. But it's all white. It's very strange, and it has a hat on. Bears always have hats on. Yeah. Bears of the Neblina always have hats on. Yeah, so they can talk to you.
It's when they start wearing togas that it's problematic.
Sorry?
It's when they start wearing. Go, Nico.
Well, we'll wait for Catherine to be yeah. But all you have is a description of a huge white bear with a top hat. And just seems to be taking great pleasure at running fast and jumping and knocking down trees and scratching trees and stuff like the way bears do.
Is there a small human being with him, like walking on a log?
It's a bear necessities. Yeah. One of Disney's most racist movies, and there are a lot. So, yeah. So how long is it going to be until you're able to sleep, Perdri?
No, I'm just teasing you. might as well.
No, so you have a strong will. You could stay awake for a really long time. You're staying up, and then eventually you're dreaming that you're awake, and then and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna get myself another coffee, and you turn to grab some coffee, and then there's Aunt Zinnia, and she pokes you in the forehead with her beak. And so she opens your third eye. This grants you the ability to recognize a hag by opening your third eye.
Okay.
It works like the Paladin's Divine Sensibility, but only for hags. I've already put it on your character sheet.
Oh, yeah? That's why you really had to give it to me.
Yeah, so twice per day, because you have a +2 charisma bonus, you can use Divine Sense, but it only detects hags.
Okay. Oui, je sais, je sens la moufette.
What?
No, the dog is barking because we have a skunk around the house. We should. It was so funny because a couple of weeks ago, Natalie was working at the kitchen table, and it was right in the middle of the day in the front yard digging for grubs. A skunk.
Moufette, yeah, Moufette is a skunk, yeah.
No, not a small moose.
Moufette.
A skunk.
Yeah. All right. So, other than that, you guys can spend a week doing stuff. So first of all, so you can spend a week around town. During the week, you can do whatever you like, but you can, as sort of a reward or whatever, from the town or from work that you do or whatever, you can claim one uncommon item from the compendium. So if you don't know what uncommon and common items are, you can just go on the internet and look for common 5e items or uncommon 5e items, or one rare single-use item like a potion. And a few other things happen during the week. A couple of days later, again, you guys are having breakfast, at the Tarnished Tankard. They're letting you stay for free and all that. Now that the hags came and recognized all of you, you're like the heroes of the town. So a couple of days later, there's a hue and cry that comes from the fields, and young farmhands come running in, and they're like, they've come, it's time. And everybody rushes out to go and see. Hundreds of young land sharks have come to till the fields. They come bounding out of the forest. Also during this time, you've seen Alva once or twice. She comes out of the forest once in a while in her regular form, and she's like, "Oh, it's really great. I'm going back." Anyway, and then it seems Alva can turn into a cave bear, which is much larger than what she can normally turn into. Yeah, so hundreds of young land sharks come streaming out of the forest. They're maybe the size of your pack mole, like a good size, and they seem to just swim in the ground, and so they're here to till the fields, and so so for the next few days, you are told stay out of the fields. You don't want to get knocked over by these guys or gummed by them, or you don't want to disturb them, and yeah, and so
Are they
a
all
lot
toothless?
of they are all toothless. Yes,
they're
Um,
all what was his name again?
blind sharky, but they're not
Blind
blind.
sharkies
They're
get-
just young toothless land sharks, and they till all the fields, and the kids are having a great time and all that sort of thing. Yeah. Reports come back. In fact, it's probably Alva who tells you this. The Odiug has taken up residence at the swampy end of Prattle Lake. So the lake that's at the top of the map has a swampy end that's really nasty and kind of like just not very. It's just a really nasty swamp, the way swamps can be. And it has taken up residence there, and so looks like it might become a useful part of the ecosystem. So people will just start dumping their garbage over there for the Odiug. Well, the Odiugs clean the garbage, right? That's what they do.
Sure.
And finally,
Their master recycler. They get all the gunk off, and you're left with only pristine metal. And
yeah. Finally, one more thing happens. Another Illyrian traveling salesperson comes to town. Illyrans are the ones that look like lynx cats. They look like lynxes. And she says, "Well, hello, my name's Eliza Doolittle. And I'm here to clean up so she's here to take care of Tolan Belkin's funeral arrangements and his estate. Apparently, these traveling salesmen have a network, and so this is the guy who was murdered. He was a traveling salesman, and she's like, "Oi, I'm here to help out." And so, and she sets up her wares and stuff. So she has potions of healing for sale for 50 gold pieces each if you want some. She also has potions of climbing for 50 gold pieces because those are the only two potions that are common. And she says, "I've also have a few other things to sell if you would like. I have got a bag of holding, a rope of climbing, a robe of useful items, and a potion of heroism. 400 gold pieces each." It's a rare potion, that's why it's so expensive. But if you go to the compendium and just type heroism, it'll tell you. As I do it. Potion of heroism. For 1 hour after drinking it, you gain 10 temporary hit points that last for 1 hour. For the same duration, you are under the effect of the Bless spell, no concentration required. Really?
400 gold for that?
Yeah, it's a rare potion, yeah. Anyway, what can I say?
Well, maybe that 10 temporary hit points is useful. 1d4 on your attack roll and 1d4 on your save. Remember, we had a cleric that used to cast that all the time. She had it on speed dial.
she took the night off. No, she kept asking if she could cast it before initiative,
Backporting it.
and then I would say no, and then she would never cast it. And don't forget, you can also take an item that is uncommon, as the result of your work during the week or whatever, however you want to justify getting that.
I'm upgrading my bagpipes to pipes of haunting.
Bagpipes of haunting? That's awesome.
I know, it's gonna be great.
So okay, so what are your what's your position on the winged boots and and the
Brooms of flying.
the broom of flying. Yeah, exactly.
I don't like that those are uncommon items because I think they're too good. So
Yeah,
yeah.
they're both
I would say
uncommon
no.
items. But, so if you,
Especially in a game where very clearly there are people who can fly and people who can't, and and that's how
Well,
it should be. So
right, okay. So your position is those two uncommon items are off limits.
yeah,
Okay, that's fair. I just wanted to avoid the
because I've commented before about how brooms of flying should not be uncommon. Because I mean, Jesus, they're really good.
yeah. So that way I don't have to agonize about it. That's great.
No, I'm not casting that. Sorry, I just clicked on the button.
Very fire. Does
What
anybody
were-
have any questions or like
what were the
Nico?
items?
Do you know what an uncommon item is? Can you tell?
I've got a list here. So
Oh.
what were the 400 GP things?
Oh,
was that?
she had a bag of holding,
Yep.
a rope of climbing, a robe of useful items. Yeah,
Yeah.
the robe of useful items has 10 items on it. I don't know. How does it? How does it
Yeah.
normally-
There's a list. You just drag it onto your sheet. It'll give you a description.
Robe of useful items. It has 2 each of the following patches. Well, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
And you got
Oh, plus 4d4 other patches. Holy shit.
I think once you've used them, you knock them off, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't require attunement. That's great.
So I'm going to say it has all of the regular items. Plus 4d4. Let's see here. 16. That's too much. That's way too much. No, I said 10. It's 10. So there are 10 items that you roll a d100 for. So if you want it, you can take it and then start rolling d100s and tell me what you get. Some of them are like 100 gold pieces, 4 potions of healing, 2 mastiffs. Holy shit. Like just dogs. All right. For you, it turns into a magical kilt of useful items. So
That's why I avoided it. I didn't want to have anything that looked like pants.
no, you'd have like a Hugh Hefner bathrobe of useful items.
Oh gosh, what were the other things that they had for 400 GP?
Oh, there was a bag of holding, a rope of climbing, robe of
I'm
useful
gonna
items.
Yeah, actually the rope of climbing is interesting, but I think I'm gonna get the bag of holding because I need something to hold all my puppets in.
Okay.
So
I still feel like the bag of holding is just it's made to carry soup. Why aren't you carrying soup?
no, I don't need soup. The bag of holding doesn't require attunement, I hope.
Yeah, Nico, you would enjoy the Friday night game that we play with Frank and the boys, where I play a thief who has 8 wisdom.
So you have as much wisdom as my bonus.
I'm the one who wanted to fill the bag of holding with soup. I mean, we could just eat, like that's like 500 pounds of soup, man. that's like 250 liters about, because it's what a liter per kilo. So yeah.
So I renamed it Bag of Holding Puppets.
Okay.
I can also keep,
Sorry. Rob, roll D100 10 times. Or do you know? I guess you'd have to know what it is before you pull it off. So yeah.
Oh wow, I've got a costume. I'm gonna have to get another costume and put it in there too.
So 4 potions of healing. So it's basically a patch that looks like 4 potions of healing, and when you rip it off, it turns into 4 potions of healing.
Probably should write these down somewhere.
Are you writing them down, Nico? What did you get?
Oh.
You got a bunch of gems. You got more potions of healing. You got an iron door. That's awesome. It's just you pull off the patch and iron door. It's great. 1 is a bag of money. 13 is hey, you rip off the patch and it becomes that thing, and that's it. It becomes that thing forever. This is very first edition. This is how first edition D&D, all of it was like this before, you know. 1377 is a spell scroll with 1 spell of 1st to 3rd level.
How much were the potions of healing? You said they were 50 gold?
50 GP. She has 3d6 of those to sell.
Well, I'll buy 2.
She has 7 potions of healing. So
Okay, so I'll pick 2 of them.
I'll take 2 potions of healing as well, I guess.
Yeah, so Nico, the spell scroll can be any spell that you can already cast if you want, or a random spell. But yeah, when you rip the patch off, it becomes whatever. What else did you get? So you had like 77, 23 is more gems. 42. Did you get the ladder? You never know when you'll need a ladder. 31 to 44. Oh yeah, and 66 is. So yeah, I think you ended up with 12 potions of healing. That's pretty handy. Cool. Yeah, he's got a patchwork kilt. So one more thing happens during the week is some of the farmers come in and they report that there are very large bees in his field. And do any of you go and investigate? Alva's nowhere to be seen. Large bees, yes.
Not large C's.
Large honeybees.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go investigate.
So yes, indeed, the farmer. So this we'll say it's the Grub family. These are the family that you saved the child from the sickness. The one that's like the 2 Mopox that have a skunk kid. Yeah, they say that's just the strangest thing. Look at the size of them bees. And then sure enough, there's like a huge honeybee. It's not a bumblebee. It's a huge honeybee. It's about the size of. It's like. It looks like it's big enough to pick up a gerbine.
Wasn't that the fun they had at that place where the gerbines were being flown away by the bees and they would come back and that was just fun?
Oh, you guys went to that town. Yes. So yes, these bees look like those bees. They just look like really big honeybees. And the bees kind of like buzz and they're doing their pollinating and so on. And yeah, so
you know, I've heard somewhere
they must have migrated to this place. You don't know.
I'm just waiting for the giant plants so that the giant bees can pollinate them because you know what? It's kind of hard to pollinate a small plant when you're a giant honeybee.
Well, they're flying. Yeah, there's like a field. You know, this is like late spring. There's like probably a field of clover or something, and they're just kind of like flying low over the clover and just crop dusting the entire field. Anyway, yeah. So there just seem to be these large bees. One of them kind of buzzes next to you and buzzes towards you. Can anybody speak to bugs?
I can.
Yeah, the bee is like hello, I am bee. Hello? I am bee 124682.
Very modern of you.
Excuse me. And it just kind of like keeps pollinating or doing its pollination work.
Sure. What you doing in these parts? here.
All praise to Henwin. Henwin, the overgod. We
Oh.
shall populate the earth.
Who's Henwin again?
It's the hedge god.
Oh, the hedge god. Okay. Well,
Yeah, your parents are Henwin worshippers. They're very, very upset that you're not that you didn't become a Henwin cleric or something.
yeah.
Not wise enough.
Sure.
Yeah, so they're worshiping. Yeah, so they're so they seem to be have you taken Henwin as your lord and protector?
No, not really. Yeah.
That's fine. And they keep moving. The bee, and then you see another bee in the field pollinating. So yeah, this is for informational purposes.
Okay.
I'm not casting Shatter again.
Okay, so that's that. Do you have any other questions about the item that you want, or the things you want to do, or?
So I chose a wand of magic detection. Nice.
Wand of magic detection? Cool.
Nice, normal, no game breaking.
14 inches, flexible, dragon, dragon
Exactly.
core. It's the wand that chooses the wizard, Harry.
It allows me to ditch my detect magic spell and take something better next time.
Okay. Etienne, did you pick an uncommon item?
I didn't even know I was looking at my spells.
You guys can think about it before next week if you want as well. So
Uncommon, you said?
yeah. Like one good resource is Donjon. It's a Donjon. They have a magic item list that basically you can just sort by rarity or whatever.
You mean Donjon Wikipedia? No. Donjon RPG tools.
Donjon,
Donjon bin shell. Okay, that's great.
Yeah, donjon.bin. Yeah.
SH.
And on the left side, if you go to magic items, and you sort by common, uncommon, rarity, uncommon, it'll show you all this stuff. Wow, there's a ton of shit. Like a immovable rod.
Gotta like that.
Nico, have you picked an uncommon item?
Yeah. Oh,
Well, you just want to take? If you want, it is an uncommon item. If you want, you can just take that. Yeah. You can take it without paying for it. Okay.
Well, that would be something useful.
It's always playing the same song.
definitely need some bagpipe music.
Oh no, it's because this particular playlist only has a few songs in it. Okay, I'll switch to Penoink Exploration. All right, so what did you look at, Etienne?
Well, I'm thinking maybe better armor.
Like just
I have
just
scale.
like
I have scale mail, but I should tank up because if I'm going to be soaking up damage, I might as well just be more. I don't need to move fast, and I don't need to fly anymore.
but they don't have armor. They don't have armor +1. They just have shield +1. Isn't that weird?
Well, you can get adamantine armor.
Yeah, but that just what I'm just looking for. Like right now, I think I'd go for plate armor versus.
Yeah, armor is rare.
Don't you already have those?
Armor? No, this is uncommon.
Somebody already has. Somebody already has boots
for +1.
Yeah,
Oh.
but yeah.
Nico, don't you already have Boots of the Winterlands, or somebody does? Remember, I gave you that item. Maybe either Catherine or. But yeah, Boots of the Winterlands is cool. In your case, it wouldn't be boots. It'd probably be like leg bracers or something like that. But yeah.
Mithril armor is uncommon. Ooh, Cloak of the Manta Ray.
Cool. Yeah, Boots of the Winterlands are cool.
This would be useful.
Is anybody watching our stream?
Yeah. Well, it's down to 5, I think, that I see.
Helm of
requires
Telepathy. That
attunement.
sounds...
So it depends on how many items you have that already require attunement.
It's true. Nico's always trying to fuck with people, so Helm of Telepathy is probably perfect. While wearing this helm, you can use an action to detect thoughts from it. Oh, you can only do it once per day. That sucks.
Really? Gauntlets of Vulgar Powers are uncommon?
Really?
Yeah.
Don't they give you 19 straight? But it's an attuned item, right? So
Yeah,
Yeah.
well. You know, if I could
Yeah,
actually
sure.
hit with my mace, it can be kind of useful.
yeah, Boots of the Winterland. You got it.
Yeah, it's an attunement item, but it's great.
Yeah. The Roll20 character sheet doesn't really... You have to just look at all your magic items and see what you got. You probably already have 3 because you've been collecting a bunch of shit for a while. So you have a Brooch of Shielding, which is an attunement item. You have
I can't even see, it's so small.
Splint. Your sword is not an attunement item. Jesus, you have a jar of gillyweed. The tiara is not an attunement item. Jesus. The yellow candle of Henry. You got some great stuff, man. What does that do again? I forget what it does. No, I guess you've only got like the Brooch of Shielding. That's it. Oh, I think the robe of useful items, is that an attuned item? Wondrous
No,
item?
I don't think it is.
Uncommon. No, I guess not, because you have to actually just rip patches off to. It's like when you roll 0-0, it's when you rip the patch off, your dick comes out. Whoa! Furry dicks, pretty great. So, that's pretty much it for your week in town here. Do you have any other questions or anything else you want to have happen, or does anyone ever go visit the Amaranthine tree?
Well, just I haven't got there.
It's a cleric.
No, I'm tricking out the cart actually.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I never really described it.
Well, you're gonna do up a handout anyway, so.
Yeah, and I never did. So the wizard lock on the door went away when you killed because you killed him, eh? I think.
Oh, we killed him dead.
Professor Pyrite, you murdered his ass.
Oh, we did. Oh yeah.
Medicine show. Oh yeah. Well, Pyrite had a ring of mind shielding, but I think I told you that because Doug wasn't Doug like, oh god, another ring of mind shielding.
We got one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an attunement item too, isn't it?
Yeah. Arcane lock inside the wagon. There's the wagon inside is really nice. It's like a really nice, like a Westphalia with folding kitchen nook and nice beds, and it's just a really nice wagon inside.
Shag carpet, fantasy scene.
Yeah.
You must have 4 beds then, right?
You know what?
The 4 people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there any armor in town? No, you can't buy any armor here, eh?
Yeah, sure. Do you want to get like I said, you can get the thing about getting plate armor though is it costs it's like 1,500 gold pieces. So
Yeah.
getting like an uncommon item would be anything but plate armor. So whatever is one level below that.
But I'm thinking I might just keep my scale armor and just actually pick up the gauntlets of Walker Power.
Yeah, sure. Now, did you find a cloak of protection and a wand of secrets when you killed the bad guy? Did I give you that? I think I did.
I don't
Yes,
know.
I took the cloak of protection. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a purse with 500 gold pieces.
Oh, wand.
Oh, maybe not. I'm gonna check. I'm just gonna check my list of stuff that I gave you guys, cause yeah, Professor Pyrite's treasure, all claimed. Fuck.
There you go.
Because on this list here it says that there are 3 potions of extra healing. I'm pretty sure you guys never got potions of extra healing.
Oh, I've got the wand of secrets.
Okay,
It's
so you
just
did
in
get that.
Keep it in my pocket.
Yeah, no.
So did you guys get 3 potions of extra healing? Because I feel like I don't remember giving you that, and you guys would have them.
Well, I don't know. It's maybe Catherine doesn't.
Yeah, maybe someone else took. Oh no, we did give them to her.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the wand didn't require attunement. I don't think so.
No. Okay, yeah. So no, So you already had the treasure from the professor. Yeah. So you have this nice wagon, you know. And the professor actually had a pack mole to pull his wagon, and so that one would be at the stable. So you would actually have 2 proper pack moles to pull the wagon, plus your, what's the name of yours? Is it Pete?
Pete.
No,
Yeah.
Pete. So Pete doesn't have to pull the wagon; he can just walk alongside, or ride inside it, whatever. Or you can just kill Pete and eat him now that he's not useful anymore.
And I think I might have found something that's better.
Yeah, just let me just.
I'm thinking I might go with an amulet of the devout.
What's that?
It's basically spell attack +1, DC +1 for my spells, and it gives me 1 free divinity channel per day, which would be godsend.
Yeah, Catherine really likes that item.
I'm gonna go for that.
Okay.
I have 1 slot left for attunement.
So there's the if you go to the wagon on the map, there's a cave bear with top hat. All right, so the week goes by. The village is very happy. Everything's happy. Does anyone try to go into the Niblina forest, which seems to be the forest just to the north of town?
I'm sure we'll wander that way as we're, wandering around town waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, it just seems to be like a nice, normal forest.
Okay.
You walk for a really long time. You don't seem to get anywhere.
Does it feel like there's a difference between the north bank and the south bank of the river?
No. But in fact, you walk for like an hour into the forest. It's just really nice. And when you turn around to walk back out, you realize you're right at the edge. So it's almost like the forest just doesn't, let you go in there.
Spooky.
Sorry, are you having a dream? I missed it because Sharon was telling me something.
No. Horatio was trying to walk into the Niblina forest, but it just kind of like you just walk forever and never get anywhere. I think somebody just told Nico that they can't hear her on the stream.
No, that's true? A long time ago.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's pretty much deals with all of the stuff happening in town. What would you like to do now?
Man, well, we got to get this cart on the road.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna examine the snow globe more closely, I guess.
Yeah. So there were words written around it. I forget now what the words were. Shit.
Words of magical power.
Yes.
Oh. We should totally do that. Well, in sight of the bear that has a top hat.
I think it's home is where the heart is, or something like that. Somebody read it and then was able to resist being pulled into it. Oh yeah, it's snow globe.
Greetings from the north.
Yeah. So You want to? Does anybody want to inspect the snow globe? Give me an Arcana check or a History check or something.
Sure.
Oh,
And if you're
man.
working at it with multiple people, you can give yourself advantage. And
Oh,
you
what?
know,
What kind of check?
Maybe I'll let.
History.
well, History
History?
check or Arcana. Yeah.
I'm not good at either of these.
Everybody's.
Sevens! Look at the sevens. Oh. Sure, show us up.
Who just rolled 23 of history?
I think
You.
Oh,
you
me.
did.
Wow.
Yeah. So this looks like one of those touristy snow globes, but the that you've heard about that contain a pocket dimension, or a
Alright.
space inside that is outside of the world. Wizards often make these things to have a safe place to work and not be disturbed.
Oh.
And if you look inside of it, you can see there's a valley. There's like here actually I can put it on the map. Hang on. Just a sec. Oh, where is it? Here it comes. And Maria's going to be ridiculously huge. Yep, it's huge.
Wow.
Huge tracts of land.
Is there a way to find it in your character sheet? If you look like it's your wisdom saving throw, and it has a number in there, how does it actually get up to that number?
It normally automatically calculates everything. So if you drag the Gauntlets of Ogre Power onto your character sheet, it should increase your strength and
No, I
increase all
didn't.
of
No,
your stuff.
I only took one. I only had one uncommon item. How many? I don't have any more room. I can't attune anything else.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. It doesn't matter if it's common or uncommon. It's just if it's an attunement item.
Oh well. Let me.
But I think this is the Roll20 character sheet isn't going to count. It's just going to keep adding stuff.
Yeah, no.
But sometimes it'll give you an error message if you have two items that give you armor class. You're only allowed to have one. Things like that.
How many attunement item I have? That's equipped. That's not attuned. That's not attuned. So what does this thing do here?
So anyway, so the valley, yeah. So the glass ball seems to have a nice little valley in it, surrounded by mountains, with like a little creek running through it, and there's trees, and you can see little birds flying in there. There seems to be a large mansion that has like a tower attached to it, and a small cottage way in the back behind it. There seems to be like a garden plot, some ruins. It just looks like a nice place, just a nice place.
If I shake the snow globe, do the birds go all flying all over the place?
Yeah. When you shake it, the trees kind of move, and birds fly, and yeah. It's not
They're
a
like
snow
bird-
globe. It's just like a yeah.
Avalanches from the mountains. I'm guessing if we read the magic words, we get to journey into this place. So we should read the magic words when we're in sight of Alva, so she can come with us.
Yeah, Alva. Yeah, that's right. But can she read?
Well, presumably like one of us reads it and then everybody goes or something. I don't know.
You probably won't be able to bring your wagon in there, though.
What? Oh gosh.
I'm not super attached to the wagon yet. We only just got it. So.
No, I am. The wagon, man. I call it the puppet wagon. I'm gonna paint it, so I could stay behind and paint it.
Really? Are you gonna paint like a wizard on the side of it?
No, flaming. He's going to put flaming in the wheel arch, and it's going to paint it blue, light sky blue.
No, I was gonna paint puppets on the side of it.
God.
I just keep thinking of the movie Fanboys, where he has the van. He has like the van that has like the wizard painted on the side,
Sure.
and a huge collection of Rush tapes, and the hyperdrive button.
Isn't that everybody's fantasy?
Just all Rush tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys want to do?
I think we should gather together and have somebody read the magic words and see if we all go in.
Are you gonna just like do it in the middle of town, or are you gonna like tell anybody, or
We should get in the
are you gonna like
cart.
park? Are you gonna park the wagon in long-term parking, or you know?
Yeah, yeah. We should do it somewhere safe, so if we're gone, somebody doesn't steal our globe, and then we're stuck forever in the globe land.
All good questions.
Yeah, I wonder how you get out again.
Hard to know.
Yeah,
It's probably easy.
I mean, assuming you go in, we have no idea.
With a 23 history check, I'll tell you that Perdrix is pretty sure that these globes will trap you inside them.
Well, that sounds like a terrible plan then.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Living
I
my
don't know
life.
if I want to go in the globe.
Yeah.
This is like Wrath of Khan when they board the transporter. The coordinates are set to inside the planetoid, and it's like boom, and they're all dead. Yeah, like
Yes. Exactly. Sounds like a terrible plan. Why would we want to go in the snow globe? Why wouldn't we just do something completely different? Something that
Yeah, I think so too. I think we should grab our
Fuck
no.
off.
I mean, it was sounding really good up until the whole trapped in the snow globe thing, and then it doesn't sound so good anymore.
Well, your compass is pointing towards the snow globe. I've decided
Yeah,
that
but-
it points towards the thing that you want, and so you want the Borealis. You gotta go. You gotta go in the snow globe.
Gotta go in the snow globe. Damn it!
Plot
Wow.
giveth as plot.
Well, I could
take it
give
away.
them the compass and stay behind. Like,
No, you got to come in the snow globe with us too. We're going in the snow globe. It's what we have to do. I just somehow know.
okay, well, we can lock ourselves in the cart, hide it in the woods there, and
Good plan.
and then we'll see if it comes with us. Hopefully, it'll come with us if we do it inside the cart.
Sure.
All right. So are you all? So yeah, around the base of the globe, it says "Home is where the heart is."
That's what we got to say then.
You're all gonna do it at the same time, or are you gonna like
I think we all got to murmur it cult like.
Are you gonna hold it in the air while you say it, or are you gonna like put it on
put it down on the floor?
a? All right. Yeah, and Alva will come with you too.
Oh, good.
Sure. Can we bring the cart instead of Alva?
The cart cannot read.
I can't read either. Maybe. Can I read?
They still can't hear you?
I can hear you.
Me too.
So for 2 hours now, people haven't heard you? Jesus. Well, how did you fix it the last time? Can they hear me? Okay, if they can't hear you, well, they can hear me. Good times. Okay, well,
That's great.
yeah, all that talk with the hags. Well, I'll have to try to remember it when I do my recap. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to.
It'd be a perfect place to be riding around.
How about now? How about now? La 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 la.
Yeah, we can hear you now. I can hear you on the stream.
Okay. Weird. Well, that's
Just gotta
annoying.
make sure you guys are here. Okay.
We mumbled magic words.
Yeah. So
The
you're
Bear
back- so-
King.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess I'll just use Alva's miniature. I'll just hide this.
So yeah, this whole time again, I'm not gonna be on it. That's probably for the best.
That's bullshit. All right, so yeah, so you read the words either singly or all together, and you feel that you are pulled. Something pulls you very hard towards the globe, and if you let it, if you don't make a wisdom saving throw, it pulls you in. and it's like you're falling. You're falling into the globe, falling through some clouds, and then you land whoop, on the ground, on a path in front of a little stone bridge. And in front of the stone bridge, there is like a metal box on a post. And the metal box has like a little grill on the front of it. And there's like a tube running along the back of the post. And the tube, and there seems to be, it's oozing pink fluid. Like it seems to be like the tube seems to deliver pink fluid to this box, but it's kind of like leaking, and there's like a big puddle of pink fluid around this box on a post.
So does a 20 save?
Oh, you're making your saving throw? If you try to resist, you don't get pulled in. So everybody goes in, but you.
Okay.
What?
I'm staying with your cart, man.
So you're alone in the cart right now, holding this globe.
Well, I can break the globe if they don't come out for a couple days. That'll get them out.
Okay, well there you go. So there's 4 of you now, and I mean Alva just
There's like 3 of us.
yeah.
So, zombie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I
shake
gotta
the
go.
globe though to see if they move.
There seem to be a whole bunch of ancient bones of dead folk, humble folk, and bird folk on the ground, pretty much where you are. Like scraps of cloth, almost like people died here. Lots
Holy
of them.
crap! I'm so glad I'm not in there.
What?
I knew that I was gonna live tonight.
You're like in a mountain. You're like in a mountain valley. You look around, and there are mountains all around you. Very high mountains. It's cool, but not too cold.
Sure. I'm
You know,
gonna
there's
take my new wand for a test drive.
what is the wand again?
Detect magic.
There's magic. There's magic in the creek. The creek seems to have like the pink goo running through it.
Yeah, pink goo is magic. Is the box magic?
Yes. Well, there's also pink goo running down the side of the box.
Magic
yeah.
pink goo. Okay. Why does the pink goo go 2 different directions in the creek? Scientifically speaking. Which direction
From
does
me
the water
shaking the globe.
The water's flowing towards the left.
flow? How does it go upstream then?
What's that?
How does the pink goo go upstream? Or is there a separate source of pink goo somewhere else upstream?
The goo is coming from upstream. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was coming from the box.
No, there's also some squirting out of the box as well, and it's kind of like dripping back into the creek also. Yes.
Oh,
But the creek
Okay.
itself seems to have pink goo in it.
so the box is not the source of the pink goo. Maybe the pink goo. Maybe this is what's supposed to happen.
The box is a source of the pink goo.
The source of pink goo. So pink goo is bad. Maybe that.
If you recall, the pink goo was bad before, so yes.
Yeah, the pink goo caused
There's no music now.
creatures in the water. They're like gelatinous cubes or something.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't it. Something like that.
There were slimes. Yeah. The slimes were
Slime.
coming out of. They were like forming out of the pink goo and making weird, shimmering, slimy creatures that were attacking you. Once in a while.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the box.
Okay. Yeah. So the box is there. We'll make your attack roll. It has an armor class of 10.
Sure. Blast.
That's very direct. That's very good.
It's the 6. Oh, that's right. That's the hex. So it should just be 7 force damage.
Let's see here. The box is made of brass, a pneumatic pipe going into it. The pipe is bent and is a ooze putrefying, smashing or breaking the box. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah. So your Eldritch Blast like smashes it, and well, your first shot kind of like boom, breaks it, bends it, but it's not fully broken.
Oh well. I'm gonna
Do you want to use your second Eldritch Blast to finish it off? You're pretty sure you're
15 force damage.
okay. So you, so your second shot like knocks it clean off, and it kind of bounces, on the ground. Probably bounces up onto the bridge, and there's just like this post, and this ooze is just kind of like
So now it's a
pouring.
geyser of pink ooze.
Yeah, it's sort of like this this oozing geyser of pink ooze.
Oh.
Fuck, hang on.
Hmm.
That kind of gels into a big ooze-like creature that kind of like. All of you can hear like a voice in your head saying, "What is the password?"
I can't.
And then it starts oozing towards you.
Oh,
Yeah. I guess you're not. Yeah.
There's no place like home. No, that's not it.
You have no idea what the password would be. There's just no context for this whatsoever.
Home is where the heart is.
Home is
And
where
it
the
says
heart
it in your head. It says it in your head, like in. Actually, I forgot to mention. Make a history check to understand what it says. It's like an old language.
Oh, sure.
Can I see them in the snow globe or?
21.
No, the snow globe shows. You
Would
realize
you-
that the snow globe shows like an idealized version of this realm. It's beautiful and well kept. Now that you're here, it seems to be a lot less nice.
Well, I don't recognize.
And you do not see them in there. You don't see them in there. Like you're not like a Greek god going, hey, they're all dying down there. Okay, good. Yeah, good history check. So it's like an old. It's kind of like an older version of the common tongue that is said that in. What password is? What password is? And so why don't we just roll for initiative, just for the fun of it?
Seems
Because
like-
you never know what might happen at these times that when we roll initiative. Wait, let me delete all of the things. Oh god, people already rolled. Okay, hang on. Oh, okay, we're good. We're gonna change the music.
Here comes the drums.
Yeah, so that's it. Okay, so we got the initiative is starting to be rolled. That's great. Nord the Ooze will attack you with his initiative. Holy Christ. That's a pretty good initiative. I think we're still missing one person for initiative. Dude. Unbelievably, my Ooze, who has a dexterity modifier of -2, won initiative. So it's going to ooze forward, man.
Rude.
They do.
The way it does, it's going to just ooze forward. It has a speed of, oh god, okay, a speed of 10 feet. I don't think, can it reach anyone?
So
Hang on, reach 5 feet.
you're saying we could just outrun this thing?
So, sure, yeah. So it kind of like does a weird, like a weird ripple, and it goes, and then you all feel like that voice in your head saying, "What is the password?" in your head, and it's gonna go after. So 1 is the partridge, 2 is the mouse, 3 is the hedge. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Or I'm just gonna roll a d3. 1. It's the partridge. So, the ooze targets one creature they can sense within 60 feet of it. The target must make a DC 10 intelligence saving throw.
10 intelligence.
Yep.
Where's me moose? There we go.
What the fuck? Okay, so you only take half as much damage. It didn't roll the damage. Hang on. So the damage is
5 points.
5 points. And make a history check, DC 14.
24. Jesus Christ.
You can. You want to ask it any questions? It seems to have established like a psychic link with you.
So why is the password so important?
Must have the password. Must have it. I must have the password.
But if you already know it, you already have it.
You already asked the question. Next is Do.
Can I cast suggestion on it and suggest it tell us the answer? Will it move aside if we?
Yeah, you can totally try that. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do that. I will cast suggestion.
So DC 14, and that is a wisdom saving throw. Yep. All right, so let's see. Skills, damage resistance, condition, immunities. This is an enchantment. Yeah, I can do this. I'll make my wisdom saving throw of 0. So what are you suggesting?
Tell us the password.
Yes. The password is Rodolphia.
All right, well, I will say it out loud. Rodolphia.
It's the Wizard Akasha's mother's maiden name. Obviously. So you will say Rodolphia, and nothing happens. Apparently, the metal box that you say the password into is broken. So I see that I can't hear you. The ooze is like, you must repair the box in order to say the password. But that was really great. I'm going to give you inspiration because that was pretty good.
Sure, that's a great idea.
Sweet.
Yeah. Okay, so that was it for Do. You want to do anything else? I presume you cannot do much else.
Well, I do have a. No, that's just a reaction. All good. I'm gonna help. Who's next? I'm gonna help Perjury in whatever he so chooses to do.
All right. Perdrix. Sorry. At the end of Do's turn, the Psychic Ooze will take a legendary action.
What?
I suggest otherwise.
He's going to recover his Psychic Crush, because that's a fun one. So I'm going to roll a d6. If I roll a 5 or a 6, I can use my Psychic Crush again. Fuck. All right, so that's it. So go ahead, Peldry.
This lasts for 8 hours. Can I continue making suggestions on my actions, or is it just one single suggestion that lasts?
Yeah, that's just, you made the suggestion, and so he is, he
okay. So
told you that password, man.
So he's met the condition, so the spell's over.
Yep.
Okay.
So what are you doing, Peldry? Are you still there? Oh, he did something. So, what did he do? Holy shit, okay. His armor class is 8.
I hit him 3 times for...
But he is resistant to fire, so he will take half damage.
Oh, Jesus. Well, that's not the right spell to use, then.
So you did 6 and 7 and 10, so that's 3 and 3 is 6 and 5 is 11 damage. Every little bit helps.
And you know what? Why you say 10 feet?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So after Pedri's turn, the creature will take a legendary action. He can't suck the pipe because he's not next to it. He will try to recover. He will try to recover his Psychic Crush. What?
There we go.
He's gonna try to recover his Psychic Crush again. Fuck. Okay. That's it for him. Horatio.
I gotta Eldritch Blast again.
All right.
11 to hit. It's actually
Oh,
I rolled a 1.
That was a nat 1, which
Yeah.
means you miss no matter what. Wow. +9 to hit.
I'm gonna do it again. Oh my god.
Ah!
Oh, RNG. This is
Two
against-
nat ones in a row.
That sucks.
No, but it's not just the 2 nat 1s, it's the 2 9 force damage also. They're
Yeah.
exactly the same roll twice.
Pretty weird. Pretty spooky.
Yeah, you gotta, when the house is dealing from the bottom of the deck, you gotta accept it, man.
Or I think you're stuck in the proxy somewhere.
I'm gonna show this on the
Etienne,
screen.
Etienne used up all the good numbers for the saving throw.
At the end of your turn, it will try to recover its psychic crush again.
There.
I guess it's the end of my turn.
Fuck me. All right, and that's it. Are you gonna move or do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna move there.
I'm just gonna bring Riesling onto the map in case you want to use him. He's just over here. Right. Yeah. You don't have to put him on the map. He can be in your pocket or whatever. Yeah.
No,
Or out of. He can just be like bamfed out. In case somebody sets off a giant fireball trap or whatever. Alright, Psychic Great Ooze. We'll see if he recovers his Psychic Crush normally. That rolled 4 times now and never a 5 or a 6. Okay, so he's going to move back to here.
Oh, good. Oh, he's gonna suck.
And he's going to...
Suck the pipe, suck the pipe.
yeah, he's just going to wait there, and at the end of his turn, he's the ooze coming out of the pipe seems to give him some kind of regeneration. So he seems to like heal up damage. All right, that's it for him. He's done. Do.
Should I try to put him to sleep and we can just walk past him? Or do you guys want to kill him?
I'm happy to have him asleep. I don't know how his hit points are at though.
He might have a lot of hit points. He's very big.
Okay, well, I'll cast Dissonant Whispers then, I suppose, on him.
Dissonant whispers.
So,
Immunity.
Wisdom
He's
DC 14.
not resistant to psychic damage, so that's going to do full damage if he does not save. So Wisdom DC 12.
14.
Oh, he fails.
Sweet.
So he takes 15 damage. Ow.
15.
Yep, he didn't like that at all, man.
See you
No
later.
sir, no sir.
Big jelly wall. And I'll use my bonus action to help. I'm gonna actually wait and help Horatio. Do I have to pick one, or can I just how
Yes, you have to pick one and see how you. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna move over next to Horatio and offer any assistance that I could possibly offer to him after.
All right. At the end of your turn, the psychic ooze will. He won't suck the pipe because he's not missing very many hit points anymore. But he will try to recharge his psychic crush. Oh, I want to crush you. No. He's like, Perdri. It seems as though you must just pour damage into him until he is dead, or get him off the pipe. You know how that is.
Wait a minute.
If only you had like a rogue that could do a lot of damage.
If only. Yeah, that would be really handy.
Well, I found something to do, so.
Okay, this is the easiest thing I can do right now. Let's do this.
You realize
They're
all
gonna
the
come
dead
back.
bodies, all the bones here, basically, is all that's left after a slime probably ate them all.
Oh, there we go. Nice.
Jesus.
Holy
Uh,
shiza.
Damage resistant, acid, cold, fire, condition. Yeah, he's not resistant to that. Holy Christ. 30 damage. Okay.
30 radiant damage. Wow.
You blast him, and he kind of goes. He just splatters. You seem to have destroyed it. But it kind of collapses. It collapses into like a puddle of ooze around the pipe, and more stuff just keeps like spraying onto it, and it seems to be reforming itself.
Yeah, we got to plug that pipe.
Only you had a rogue.
Only we had a road.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Do you have like a giant anal plug or like a?
Well, I do have woodworking carpenters with tool skills.
Oh.
I could probably whittle a plug.
Okay. So that was Perdri. You can start thinking about whittling a plug. Horatio.
Yeah, I'm just reviewing my magical items to see if I got anything.
If only you had like a robe of useful items where you could just like pull off like a giant, you
That
know,
would be really handy.
A giant plug.
like a giant black mouse dildo or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, just reviewing.
That's from a different supplement. Is the robe of useful sex dungeon items? But, yeah.
Let's see. Sorry, I missed,
You could try repairing the metal box if you had like a mending spell or something.
no. I have. I'm going to cast Mage Hand, and I'm going to attempt to stuff my Mage Hand down the pipe block. block the pipe.
All right. Make a sleight of hand. Like the hand kind of clamps on the end, and the stuff starts squirting around.
I don't know how substantial a Mage Hand is, but it can carry stuff and it can do things. I figure it can stop Pinkus maybe. Okay, so sleight of hand, you say. Six.
You're trying to stop it. You're trying to stop it, but nothing
I
seems
feel
to work.
I feel luckier than
Ah,
that. Did I say 6? I meant 22. Is a
holy shit! With a nat 20. Okay. Well, because Mage Hand is a concentration spell, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you managed to give it the old choke the chicken. Like the pipe seems to be flexible, and you find a joint, and you just kind of like squeeze it with your 5 pounds of strength.
Actually,
And,
Mage Hand is not a concentration spell.
Oh, cool. Okay. I was going to say, in this case, as long as you maintain concentration, you're going to be able to hold the pipe shut.
Well, it's not a concentration spell. But it only lasts for 1 minute.
Yeah.
So we just got to basically build something that would be the equivalent force, put it in the same place, and we should be able to plug it.
Yeah, so it gives you a minute.
So in 1 minute, you want to try to build like something you can hammer in there to stop the stuff from coming out.
Yep.
All right. One of you can make a using. You see, you have woodworking tools.
I have carpentry tools.
Yeah, so you can make a skill test using your carpentry tools. And is it wisdom? Is it probably dexterity?
No, it's wisdom. I don't know. I don't even know. They don't ever put. I think
because it asks you. Yeah. The proficiency system in 5e is very open to interpretation. What stat do you want to use to be a carpenter?
Wisdom, for fuck's sake!
Because you're a cleric. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but not only that, like carpenters are never strong. They're just wise old men that know how to build stuff at minimum of work.
They have strong hands.
No, a blacksmith would need strength.
Okay, so like I said, Horatio, you have to like maintain your hold on that. Even though it's not a concentration spell, you have to concentrate to hold that thing shut for a minute. Sure. So you won't be able to help Perdri do his work. You can help.
Yeah, I'll help.
you can either use the help action, which gives them advantage, or you can do your
Bardic Inspiration.
Guidance. I'm going to guidance myself.
What would be better than in that
I
case
feel
for me?
because guidance is a concentration spell. You
Yeah, I
can't do
don't-
guidance
no,
while you're
I
doing
don't.
something that requires you to concentrate, like
Yeah, I know.
yeah. So that means you can either do you can give him bardic inspiration and then you can help him because bardic inspiration lasts a while. So
Sure. Yeah. Okay. I'll
if
do
you want
that.
to.
Yeah.
So it's in that means you're going to roll with advantage plus a d8.
I'm going to make a shush.
You're gonna craft the most beautiful John Holmes.
There you go.
Pretty
So
good.
that's a 19 plus a d8. You didn't roll with advantage.
Oh, let me roll again. Well, no. It would have been an 11. I had it.
Yeah, so take the 19. So roll a d8 to add to that. See if you get the 25 roll. Or if you get the 20 roll.
26.
26. So that's a gold medal result, my friend. Yeah. So you look at the pipe and you kind of like you go to the trees right there. You notice during the minute that you're doing this, when you walk towards the trees, you can get to the trees, but if you veer off to the right, like more towards the edge of the map, you never seem to make any progress. You're just walking and walking, and nothing seems to happen. But if you angle it, and you can go to the trees, and so you find a nice piece of wood, and you just carve it, and you get out your little Japanese saw or whatever, and you carve that, and then you
Yeah,
make a beautiful
It's just more butt plug.
like a superannuated porn star butt plug, and
That's nice.
and then you head over to the and then Do is like helping you with a little song and a little advice or whatever, and then you walk over to the pipe and then you just kind of like bang it in with the back of your mace, and there you go, you have defeated the guardian of this place.
Wow.
And once it's fully dead, it seems like there was also magical barriers stopping you from crossing the bridge. Like you just walk and you never seem to get anywhere. And so now that the creature is fully dead, you're able to, like, you were probably during the minute you were probably like seeing if you could go get the metal box, which was beyond the barrier. You couldn't get it. But the barrier seems to drop when the creature is dead.
Okay.
And you could hear like a humming, like a voice in your head while it was regenerating. But as soon as you shut off the pipe, or as soon as you permanently shut off the pipe, wait like a few minutes. Eventually, it kind of like dies off, and then
Daisy, Daisy. Give me your answer, do. I'm half crazy.
All right, so I'm just going to grab everybody. I'm going to move you to the other map. So Frank, are you going to be joining this adventure or ever?
He's playing with the ball. Let him play with the ball.
Oh no, you're muted.
I'm stuck outside. I'm out with the ball, so. I mean, I don't know, like, what you guys are going in this thing. You never come out. I'm a little concerned.
Never tell us the odds. There is no odds. It's never.
The compass said this is the way to go.
Oh yeah, that compass though. It doesn't really help us out last time.
Yeah, you
Forget
always got
free.
really magical compasses.
Oh, the map's just changed.
Ooh.
Yeah,
So you guys are at the entrance to the estate. There's like a path running alongside the creek that runs in towards the estate. Just gonna move Alva. Alva's like following at a distance or whatever. She's gone feral.
I could recite the words and go in.
Come on.
Like, I mean, don't feel like you have to, but I mean, it's a.
You want to play
Well,
tonight?
You gotta be a team player. You gotta be a team player, man.
Well, okay.
It's just such a contrast. It's such a contrast to when I was running the game with this group that I'm playing with tomorrow. I was like dropping. I was just making stuff up. They were at a town fair or something, and they were biting at every hook that I was throwing at them, even though I wasn't throwing hooks at them. You know, they were like, yeah, we'll rescue the missing girl who's missing, and it's like, no, I'm like, no, that's Nico's thing. That's it's wrong campaign.
No,
Yeah,
life's grand when you don't know you're on the plot train.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can say there's no place like home or whatever it is.
My
Yeah,
plot
there's no
train-
place like home. Do you feel like you're being forced into this? Because you totally are. So you know.
Oh yeah, no. I didn't know how long they were going to be in there, so.
Well, they're in there for a long time.
I mean, I'll do my painting and I'll be like, these guys, and then I'll go in.
In our world, we'll be here like we'll be coming out, and there'll be trains and planes and automobiles.
Oh man, I've painted a wicked Vulpin sorceress on the side of the cart, though.
That is so awesome to hear.
And,
Like
and
in
it's-
1970s porn van type of side paint.
yeah, I mean, it's tastefully done. She doesn't have any pants on, but that's okay because that's the norm.
Sure.
Oh my god.
It kind of looks like the A-Team van, but with a wizard on the side. Yeah. All right, so just gonna get rid of that.
I actually saw what one of those old 70s vans with that, like the murals with the wizards and the man, were those, and like you could clearly see in the cabinet, like everything was plush blue carpet inside there.
Oh yeah, you got shag carpet on everything.
Yeah, just like,
So the guy just got home. When you open the sliding door, his wife is inside vacuuming. You know. Yeah.
oh my god, it was ghetto.
Yeah, so you're looking at this estate. Like you cross over this bridge, and so the snow globe kind of showed you this beautiful, pristine. You know how you look at things from really far away? They look really sharp and clean and nice.
Yeah.
Over here, it looks like the grass is completely fallow. It's been, like there's trees growing everywhere. The babbling brook is sluggish and slimy. You see big things swimming in the bottom of that brook too. Like there's weird. Looks kind of weird.
Like not
I'm regretting coming here already.
Yeah.
Well, this music has like an overly amount of mellotron. That's kind of, well, it's probably a sample of mellotron, but it's kind of like feels like Amanium all over again.
What is a mellotron?
A mellotron is kind of the first sequencer. It's kind of a staple of prog rock, 70s prog rock.
Okay. So that's a compliment or like a neg?
No, it is because it's probably a sample, so you still have to use them. But to play them originally, it was very hard because they were taped on loop, and you couldn't play a note more than, what was it, Frank? Like 2 seconds, something like that. So if you were doing like these huge swells, you had to basically change your chords as you were going along.
Yeah. So the music is by Pinoink on Bandcamp. So I put the link in the chat, so anybody who's interested.
So Pinoink, is that a sample, or you actually have a mellotron?
The music seems fully orchestral, so clearly they have some way to generate music. Maybe they're really. I don't know if they're a he or a she or who they are, but
they're Pinoink.
They're
Pinoink is a collection of Pinoinkers. And it's great.
It's a Pinoinkers, or yes. I wonder if they also don't wear pants. It's hard to.
I guaranteed unless they're like unorthodox.
An Orthodox Pinoinker would wear at least a giant, like an Orthodox Pinoinker would at least have one of those Gregorian crosses, like a really tall hat, Yeah. One of the 13 extra popes, I would say, could be a Pinoinker. Okay, so it just seems kind of weird. So what do you guys want to do? You're still kind of like shuffling around the back end of the estate there.
What I miss?
Giant eaters.
Sledgebuster.
Oh,
God, I'm losing my English.
you're gonna love the cart when we get back. Are we doing anything in here?
Only the plot train, my friend.
Oh gosh,
Plot
you
train
and your
heading
plot
east.
trains.
We're heading east.
Okay.
If I look back the other direction on the path, what do I see?
Like go back where you came from, you mean? It just the
Way
path
out.
goes down. The path
You
goes
see,
down the valley,
yeah,
off
yeah,
into the distance.
You see the next adventure group just plop in, and then suddenly the ooze monster just respawned.
All right. Why don't we proceed east towards the mansion? Or whatever.
Yeah, the mansion that is good from afar, but far from good.
Yes.
Beau de loin, mais
Alright,
loin de beau.
I don't have
hang
that.
on, I just need to find something. Oh yeah, so you're moving up. Off to one side, you see a strange-looking. Hello? Yeah, just over here. If you guys want to move up, you're kind of walking along the path. There seems to be a.
I can't move mine. Oh, there we go.
Oh no! It looks like. Are you able to move it?
Oh yeah, it's doing that thing where I have to click beside it. It's okay. It's fine.
Oh no, I've fallen and I can't get up.
It seems to be trying to cut the grass, but it seems to be malfunctioning. It looks like a pile of animated pile of marbles. It's just kind of like, and it's
Animated.
and it's making like a swiping motion, but it doesn't have a scythe in its hands. It's just like
Does it
seems
react
like
to us being there?
it doesn't seem to be reacting to you at this time.
Should we just walk past
Probably
it?
good to ignore then.
I'm looking around. Is there like a scythe, like a broken blade somewhere or something like that?
Make a perception check.
Before?
Sure enough, you see like a metal, like maybe like 20 or 30 feet away from it, you see like a metal blade, a rusted metal blade of a scythe, and no handle.
Is the handle like rotten away or broken, or it's just a blade?
Just the blade is sitting there as if someone had removed it from the handle and put it on the ground, but it's all rusted.
Oh. Yeah, I guess we can go around it. I would.
Are you
like
just gonna give him? You're gonna give him back his scythe so he could resume his work? That's very
Well,
nice.
if it doesn't have the handle, I don't know. Like, I could whittle him a handle for his scythe and just give him at least something that works. Let's find a cricket stick and whittle him a handle for his scythe and just mount it. Quickly, like a quick and dirty job, like.
Okay. You want to cut a tree down or something, or
Just find a piece of like crooked wood on the ground.
yeah. The forest seems to have been untended for a really long time, and so you can find like a piece of dead wood.
15.
You want to make a wood crafting? Okay, so you want to spend a couple of minutes doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can put the scythe blade back on the handle.
And I put it in his hands, and then he's going to kill you, but that's okay.
He kind of grabs the scythe, and I'm gonna roll a d20. High is good for you.
All the marbles can be said to grab anything.
Yeah. So the hand kind of like grabs the scythe, and he starts like cutting the grass.
That's great.
It's like Windows. It's like shutting down and restarting Windows.
Reboot.
You don't know
You
what
just
happened,
gave him
but
like
it's
a broken ass scythe, and that was it. Yeah. Yeah, you see, the marbles seem to be lubricated with like a pink slime. Seems to be
that
holding.
thing-
It seems to be marbles. The ball. He's made of ball bearings. Seems to be holding it all together.
That's
All,
very bad.
because of your perception check, looking for the wood, make a nature check as well with advantage.
Nature. 16.
There also seem to be tracks in the tall grass made by large creatures.
Is there any signs of purple ooze in the tracks or anything like that?
Maybe a little bit. They seem to like go across the path and into the river and out of the river, but they seem to be cloven-hooved, four-legged animals.
Can I listen? Do he wants to? Does he hear any bells or anything? Like, does he hear what the creatures could be?
Any bells?
Well, last time, yeah. Does he hear anything?
No,
Any
make a
indication
perception
of-
check.
A what? Sorry.
A perception check.
Nope.
Like you're a musician. You're probably half deaf from all the playing guitar solos too close to the amp. You know, and yeah.
Heavy metal triangle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it just seems like a very strange, desolate place. And as you walk forward, you notice there's more of these tracks through the tall grass. You remember you fought giant boars that seemed to be affected by slime.
I remember now.
Before you fought the dragon.
Wait a minute. Were the boars related to the wolves? Are we like? Am I crossing adventures now? We met the wolves and we helped them. Was it in this adventure or the other adventure?
No,
the wolves and the boars were, yep.
It was us.
God, it seems like it was just yesterday. When did we start playing the? When did we start playing with Nico? Well, that's not so bad.
When did you start playing with Nico?
Not early enough. I don't know. It's been
like September. Like for me, the wolves and the boars seems like it was just like a couple of weeks ago.
No. So we played.
Oh, no,
so
it
we
was
started
wild.
playing because we did like 24 sessions of Harper's Tale.
Okay.
So assuming we never skipped a week, that would be like what, 6 months?
Okay. So yeah, we started playing November, October last year.
Yeah. So you know,
And with the back pain and everything that happened, the last 6 months has been just kind of a blur for me.
you
So
can't
that's
remember
prob-
anything at all that happened. You have a vague memories of being a bird and dying. Yeah.
Okay. I thought the bears and the wolves were this adventure, the other adventure.
You met the bears, you met the wolves and the boars just before you fought the dragon, pretty much, or
Yeah.
not shortly before you fought the dragon. So
Oh,
this was
come
only
on.
a few weeks ago for you guys. Yeah. So and the boars seem to be affected by slime and all that stuff as well. So are we in fact doing them? Yeah, we were doing them on the computer because that's pretty much just when we switched over to the computer.
Yeah, because I think I remember now. We actually started playing live.
Oh no, you switched over to the computer before you went past the dam. Remember you spent
Yeah.
that time running past the dam and you're being chased by manticores and gnolls.
Yep. Yeah, it's been a while.
Oh, we were also doing the computer when you were at Horatio's hometown going after Foghorn Leghorn and Polly Purple Polly. So yeah, no, okay. No, we've been playing online now for
a year.
for almost a whole year. Yeah, because we started this in
Over a
March or
year.
April.
I think the only section of, well, even that it was burning down that we did live was burning down and going to for the first hag at the Ash Barrows, and we finished online because I got the I know I have the book there, so that has to be online.
Yeah.
That was almost one of the last things we did because I remember printing out those maps. I have those maps somewhere. Where you where I made the map. I made the map isometric, and it was fucking horrible. The figurines didn't fit in the grid. It was just, I printed the grid too small. That's why. Yeah.
And did we do the fight, say turning the purple Armantine 3 live or on computer?
The what? Sorry, the
When we saved the Armant. When I saved the Armantine tree with, we saved it.
That was live because I remember I printed that map, and I can't find the PDF anymore that I had made because it's a modified map, but I still have the printed map, which had the chains and the fire burning and all that stuff. Yeah.
And then I joined force with the Cleric of Ren and.
Well, that's where you joined forces with Milena, the Cleric of Kryn. Yeah. Nico, do you know who Milena, the Cleric of Kryn is?
No.
Yeah, she's the person who sent you guys on your mission in the other game that we're playing tomorrow.
Okay.
She's a Vulcan Cleric of Kryn.
Yeah.
Do you even remember anything? Do you?
Bits and pieces.
Are you? Anyway, yeah, Milena and Portnoy, the groundhog. All right, so I think I would like to leave you with you guys advance a little further. Oh, Peltier, I want to give you inspiration for giving the ball-bearing golem his scythe back.
Yeah, he breeds a scythe of relief.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well,
Leave it to the
guess
Fr- leave it
Charles
to
is
the
just moving
French.
in his own.
Leave it to the French guy to do English puns.
Yeah. So you guys keep moving up some more, and you end up in the road kind of goes into this small wood, and you see a lot of droppings from those boars.
Are they
And
pink?
but yeah, there's like pink and slimy. It's really gross. Some of them are like crawling along like little inchworms. And sure enough, by the time you get to the other end of this little wood, when you're kind of getting closer to the mansion, you hear like a grunting sound, and there seem to be a whole bunch of boars that are surrounding you in the wood, and they would like to attack you.
Oh man, is there a lot of acorns on the ground?
Why are you asking about acorns?
Because if the boars are eating acorns, you get Iberic ham.
That's why you never eat deer in the spring, because they've been eating cedar trees all winter. It just tastes like a cedar bush. Yeah. So I'd like to start the next session with a roll of initiative and fighting some boars. So if that's all
Now,
right.
now I have a hankering for Parma ham or Westphalia, or like just name the whole. They're all the same thing, but the Spanish one is these pigs eat acorns. They're black pigs, and it's probably the best type of ham. Anyway, yeah, sorry about that.
That's so much information.
Hey, you're the one who invited me to the party. You got to take me with my flaws.
Yeah.
I'm mansplaining to the backs.
Yeah. Yeah, so Frank, are you okay with me forcing you into this adventure? Rest assured, this is D&D. There will be a way out. You know, I'm not going to just kill you guys inside the glass ball.
I was just having fun.
Oh, okay, good.
This is Frank we're talking about. You know, if there's something they can do to go against the grain, he is so much up it that the grain says whoa.
All right, so there you go. If you want, we can talk. We can. Do you have any more? Do you have any other things to talk about regarding the hags or the Nelina Forest or the week off that you spent or anything like that?
Hags. Oh man.
No, I think we're gonna get into a boring fight next time.
It's going to be pretty boring, I think. Yeah.
It will be a Boric.
It'll be a boric.
Boring.
You'll have boric acid. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Was that the Dilbert character? You are Boron, the most boring man in the universe. Good times. I was gonna say, Love and Robots, Love and Robots came out.
Oh, it's good,
like,
eh?
Part 2. Is it on Amazon or is it on Netflix?
No, it's on Netflix. Yeah, it was really good. I love the Christmas episode.
Which is the Christmas one? I don't.
You'll know the Christmas one.
No. I watched the whole thing. I just don't remember now. It was like a blur because I watched it all in one sitting. What I thought was weird, because I thought the first one was more like actual animated films that people made, whereas in this case, a lot of them felt like they were just like, you know, a dev team showing off their cool animation chops. You know, and making like a trailer for, you know, for a video game, for example, like the one with the Russians fighting the monsters. It was like this. It just looked like a bunch of cutscenes from a really cool video game, and it's like, you know, and if you like this trailer, well, then we'll make the video game in a Kickstarter.
I thought the first season was kind of like that.
Because the first season had the really cool, had the one with the farmers fighting aliens. Like the farmers had mecha. Remember, they were kind of like Wyoming.
Vaguely.
Farmers in Mecca, and then a portal would open, and then like demons would come through, and they'd have to fight them, and it was like weird. And then there was the one where
right.
Remember there was one where there was the coolest one was the one where there was an artist who would paint.
Yeah.
It was an artist that would paint, that would always paint the same thing, like a blue square or something, and then the artist was reborn as a pool cleaning machine or something.
Yeah, and he kept on making bigger and bigger artworks.
That's right. Until eventually it just became a pool cleaning machine, and then because it was a blue square, and it was just like, yeah. But this current one, so there was the best one was the first one with the old lady and her cleaning robot.
Oh yeah, that was messed up.
That was so good. It's like, for help with your cleaning robot, press 1, and the robot's trying to kill them. If your robot is trying to kill you, press 2. In order to reset your robot, just give it your pet, and then while it's eating your pet, leave the house. Do you yes or no? No, fuck no.
Okay, we'll give it a shot.
Oh, yeah,
There's also the one where the guy's on the planet and he's the bounty hunters are coming for him, and it was pretty cool. But again, I thought, a bunch of dev guys basically saying, look, this is how we render boobs in an animated thing.
Oh, tell me more.
Oh gosh.
There's the one where the soldier crash lands his ship and he has to fight the nurse droid. Anyways, it's pretty cool.
I'm
like
gonna switch the stream off.
Oh yeah, sorry. The stream. Okay.
Thanks everyone for hanging out.
Spoilers.
So once again, thank you, thank you for letting us play your music, Pinoik. I hope you guys liked it. I thought it was.
It's
The
great.
music was good.
Actually,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's
liked
good.
Yeah, it's very good, very Celtic sounding at times. Anyway, it was really nice, and throw some points towards Pinoik if anyone ever hears this. Are we off the air now?
No, and we're still on. All right, we'll see you next week.
And if anybody's watching tonight, you can watch us again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern on Penny Dragon's Twitch.
Okay, so they're gonna be streaming it. Awesome.
Yes. Oh yes. Yeah. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Not that I don't like them. I just don't want to run a third game of the week if it's not going to be streamed. So.
No, I will host their channel on my Twitch. So if anyone wants to check it out, it's gonna be 12 o'clock. So noon Pacific tomorrow.
Yeah, 3 p.m.